Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Stratomatic Sunday Baseball Night in America. This is, again, week two of the day two games. As today, it will be the second game of a three-game series between the 1978 New York Yankees and the 2018 Boston Red Sox. The Yankees do come in with a record of 2 wins and 2 losses, while the Boston Red Sox come in with a record of 2 wins and 2 losses. This will be the number one starters, as will be Ron Guidry on the mound for the New York Yankees coming to Fenway Park to take on Chris Sale and the Boston Red Sox. Chris Sale won his first start of the year, while Ron Guidry got bested by Denny McLain in his first start. Red Sox have taken the field, and let's get down to baseball. And so far, the field, here are your fielders for Boston. Benintendi will be in left, Bradley in center, and Betts in right. Brock Holt gets your start at third, as Rafael Devers is coming off the disabled list for Game 3. Xander Bogaerts is at short, Ian Kinsler is at second, and Steve Pearce is your first baseman as the lefty starters playing. The catcher is Sandy Leon, and on the mound for the Boston Red Sox is left-hander Chris Sale. 1-0 on the year, 8 innings of work, 3 hits, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts. He definitely had a dominating performance in his first start of the year against the Philadelphia Phillies. The Yankee lineup, and here we go. Willie Randolph leads off. He's in the top of the position now. Batting second will be Mickey Rivers. Batting third will be Thurman Munson. Batting fourth will be right fielder Reggie Jackson. Batting fifth, the designated hitter Cliff Johnson. He gets a start today against the lefty. Batting sixth is the first baseman Chris Chambliss. Batting seventh is the left fielder Lou Piniella. Batting eighth, the third baseman Greg Nettles. And batting ninth, the shortstop is Bucky Dent. Hope folks we'll still the game. We've kind of converted to the computer for now until things kind of straighten up. I thought just because getting the games in, playing as quick as I can, and working and everything else, sometimes the computer will basically do the same thing as the cards and dice. So if there's a major problem, I'll definitely go back to rolling dice if there's a viewership problem. But we're still playing the game of Stratomatic as it's meant to be. So with dice and everything else, again, here comes Willie Randolph. He'll lead off. He's hitting 333, 18 at bats, a triple, and 2 runs batted in. He's stolen on, and here's the first pitch of the ball game. And that will be a fly ball right field. That is Betts. Boston is one of the best outfielders in the business. This should be an easy catch. And he makes the catch for out number 1. Here's Mickey Rivers having a great year, hitting 353, 17 at bats, a triple home run, and 3 runs batted in. Leon puts down the sign. Chris Sale looks in. Here's the pitch to Rivers. And Rivers hits a shot to gap left center field. Betts slides, makes the catch. What a catch by Mookie Betts. 1-15 double, and Betts slides and makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Here's the catcher, Thurman Munson. He's hitting 222, 18 at bats, has a run batted in. 2 outs, nobody on. Just getting started here in Fenway. Leon puts down the star and puts down the sign for him. Chris Sale looks in, the lanky left-hander. Here's the pitch to Munson. And that's a base hit for Munson. Always gets advantage of the left-hander. He does here. So Munson's on the first with 2 outs. And here is Reggie. Still looking for his first hit. 10 at-bats, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. Reggie needs to find his offense right about now. Yankees need him to be a productive part here. Cliff Johnson waits on deck. Leon puts down the sign. Chris Sale working from the stretch. Runner on first and 2 out. The pitch to Jackson. And that's a strikeout for Sale, and the Yankees are down. No runs, 1 hit. They strand 1. Let's go to the bottom of the first inning. Yankees nothing. Here come the Sox. Bottom of the first here in Fenway. Stratomatic Super Teams League. As the 78 Yankees take on the 18 wins and 2 losses. This is the second game in the series. The Yankees won game 1 of this series with their 4th starter defeating Eduardo Rodriguez. These are the number 1s, Guidry and Sale. Game 3 of this series features your number 2 starters, and that's going to be Rick Porcello and Ed Figueroa. He steps in right-handed bat. Guidry looks in. He's 0-1, 1.29 ERA. He had an unbelievable start his last time up, but he walked way too many guys and had a lot of problems as Denny McLain bested him in the opener. Munson puts down the sign. Guidry looks in. Here's the pitch to Betts. And that's a drive down the left field line against the wall. Betts will go to first. He will go to second, and in he goes standing with a double. So Mookie Betts starts it off with a stand-up double. So now here is Brock Holt. Brock Holt, in his limited time starting, has been hitting the ball well, hitting 800. 5 at-bats with 4 hits. He comes in playing for Devers, who got hurt a couple games back, but he's due to be back in the lineup tomorrow. Munson puts down the sign. Guidry from the runner on second, nobody out. Here's the pitch to Holt. And Holt struck him out. Good pitch by Guidry, one away. And now here's a designated hitter, J.D. Martinez, hitting .313, 3 doubles and 3 runs batted in. Munson puts down the sign. Guidry working from the stretch. Betts to get a good lead off second. Here's the pitch. And he hits a deep drive left field. This is going to be trouble. Pinella back, doink, off the wall. Pinella plays the hop. Martinez on the second. Betts will score, and the Red Sox lead it 1-0. Off the top of the wall. Moy, it didn't miss a home run by maybe a foot. So Martinez coasts in the second with a double, and the Sox lead at 1-0. Here's a shortstop, Xander Bogaerts, hitting 143, 14 at-bats, triple and 3 ribbies. Guidry looks to be in a little trouble here. Runner on second, 1 out. This is a relentless Red Sox lineup. Munson puts down the sign. Guidry working from the stretch now. Runner on second, 1 out. Pitch to Bogaerts, and that's a fly ball left field. Pinella comes in, makes the catch. Martinez holds, and there's 2 away. Here's left fielder Andrew Benintendi hitting .375, 16 at-bats, a double home run, 4 ribbies. Munson puts down the sign. Guidry working from the stretch. Runner on second, 2 out. Pitch to Benintendi. And that is a pop to second. Randolph there makes the catch. And we're 1 inning in here in Boston. It's the Red Sox 1 and the Yankees nothing. Top of the second here in Fenway Park in Boston. Each team will play each other at least twice, 3 times at home, 3 times on the road. The Yankees and Red Sox will meet at the stadium at least for a 3-game set during the season. So here's Cliff Johnson. He got the 1 start in the Tigers series, which the Yankees won, and he hit the big 3-run homer. He's hitting .254 at-bats, home run, 3 ribbies. So here is Leon, puts down the sign. Sale from the windup. Here's a pitch to Big Heathcliff Johnson. Throws away the mask and makes the catch for the first out. Here is Chris Chambliss. Chambliss hitting .214, home run, 2 ribbies. Left-handed bat with power. Leon puts down the sign. Sale looks in. Here's the windup to Chambliss. And that's a fly ball to center. That's a tough play for Jackie Bradley Jr. And let's see, does he get it? He'll come in, makes the catch, I believe, and there's 2 outs. It is Jackie Bradley Jr. with the catch, and there's 2 outs. Here's now left fielder Lou Piniella hitting only .214. This is where Lou needs to be a big part of this lineup. Nettles on deck. Leon puts down the sign. Sale looks in. The lanky left-hander. Here's the pitch from Sale. And that's going to be a fly ball to right. That just puts the glove up, makes the catch, and that should end the inning for the Yanks. No runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the bottom of the second. Boston 1 and the New York Yankees nothing. Bottom second here at Fenway. Red Sox lead by a run, and now here is Steve Pearce hitting .200, 1 for 5, home run batted in. Munson puts down the sign. Guidry at the long windup and the pitch, and that's a walk to Pearce. The Red Sox put the leadoff in on. Now here's the catcher, Sandy Leon. He was out with that injury also, along with Devers. He's 0 for 5, nothing on the board, 2 walks and a strikeout. Munson puts down the sign. Guidry from the stretch looks back at Pearce. And here's the pitch to Leon. And that's going to be a fly ball first. Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler, struggling with the bat. 15 at bats, only hitting .67 with the ribby. Munson puts down the sign. Guidry working from the stretch now. Gets it for Munson, and here's the pitch. And that will be a fly ball left field. Here's the center fielder, JBJ, Jackie Bradley Jr. 15 at bats, hitting .200 with 4 strikeouts. Runner on first, 2 outs, bottom of second. Boston Ray leads at 1-0. Munson puts down the sign. Guidry working from the stretch with Pierce, taking a good lead. Here's the pitch to Jackie Bradley Jr. And that's a ground ball back to Guidry. He sets himself. He throws off his arm, and he can't make the play. So E1 on the Gator. So the Red Sox keep the inning alive. First and second, 2 outs. And now here is Mookie Betts. Oh, wrong guy you want up there against Guidry. First and second, 2 outs. Munson puts down the sign. Guidry now working from the stretch. First and second, 2 out. Pitch to Betts. And that's a strikeout now. Guidry with the big slider jumps off the mound. Oh, excited is Guidry. We play 2 here in Fenway. Boston 1, Yankees nothing. Through 2, 1-2-0 for Boston, 0-1-1 for the Yankees. Top of the third here at the big ballpark in a 3-game series. Game 3 again, Rick Porcello and Ed Figueroa. Nettles steps up, hitting .286, one of the few Yankees that are hitting. Leon puts down a sign, Sale from the big windup and the pitch. And that'll be a walk to Nettles. So he's on, and that's a big man to get started. And here's Bucky Dent. He's getting a big round of applause and not. And Dent will step up. We'll see what Bucky will do in this situation. They are holding Nettles on, which means that's an interesting situation for a possible hit and run for these Yanks. We'll see. He looks down there. He be an A hit and run. All right, so let's see. Bucky Dent's going to go for a hit and run, and here's the pitch to Bucky Dent. He ground ball the second. Good play by Kinsler. Throws to Pierce, and Nettles stays out of the double play by running. Nettles on at second with 1 out. Here is Willie Randolph now. Again, a better hitter against lefties. He's 0 for 1. Flied out his first time up. Yankees have the tying runner now at second. Leon puts down the sign. Gives it for Sale. Sale working now from the stretch. He works quick. Here's the pitch to Randolph. And that will be a base hit for Randolph. Nettles will score from second. Yankees will tie this game at 1. Big RBI for Willie Randolph. Now let's see what Willie does. A 1-14 chance for stealing. Let's see if he gets it here. And he doesn't. So Randolph doesn't get the chance. He's still at first with 1 out. Still gets a good lead, though. Here's Rivers. So again, Willie Randolph comes to the rescue for this Yankee team. Game tied at 1. Leon puts down the sign. Sale working from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Rivers. And that will be a ground ball to first. He goes to second for the force, and Mickey Rivers beats down. So now Mickey Rivers comes up with Thurman Munson now. Well, we'll see if Rivers can get the lead, and he can't. So he'll stay at first. So again, Thurman comes in. He's 1 for 1 in the ball game. He hits lefties well. Hit a base hit right up the middle his last time up. Leon puts down the sign. Sale working from the stretch with Rivers getting a good lead off first. Here's the pitch to Munson, and that will walk to Munson. So the Yankees got 2 on and 2 out for Reggie Jackson. 11 at bats, no hits, could get and put his team working from the, and that's a strikeout for Jackson. His side is retired. Yankees get 1, they strand 2. We go to the bottom of the third. Yankees 1, Red Sox 1. Last of the third here in Fenway. So now here is Brock Holt again, gets the start. He'll be followed by J.D. Martinez and Xander Bogaerts. Munson puts down the sign. Guidry from the big windup, the pitch. And that's, he hit him. Brock is hurt, and he will go down probably for the next series is. Holy cow, and that's a huge injury. He is the Red Sox secret weapon that can play multiple positions, and Holt, like a couple of the Red Sox, have been having problems. So now that will cause Edwin Nunez in the game. Luckily, the Devers coming back. Red Sox will be able to replace that right on the roster, but Brock Holt will be missing for at least 2 series when the next one starts. So that is a huge injury to the Red Sox. So last the third, 1-1 tie. Nunez now at first with nobody out. Here is JD Martinez, RBI doubles last time up. Munson puts down the sign. Guidry working from the Strat. Cheers the pitch to JD Martinez. And that's a catch at Munson. Does he make the play on it? No, it's a pass ball. Gets past Munson. Nunez, the second, and the Sox have a runner in scoring position. So now JD Martinez gets a fresh at bat here. Runner on second, nobody out. 1 ball, no strikes on the batter. Munson puts down the sign. Guidry from the stretch. Here's the pitch to JD. And that's a strikeout for JD Martinez as Guidry gets his third strikeout. Here's Xander Bogaerts, flied out his last time up. Runner on second, 1 out. Munson puts down the sign. Guidry working from the stretch to pitch to Bogaerts. And that's a big strikeout for Guidry. So 2 outs in the third. Here is Andrew Benintendi. Popped up his first time up. Munson puts down the sign. Guidry working from the stretch. Runner on second. 2 out. Pitch to Benintendi. And that's a ground ball to second. Randolph throws him out, and that will end the third inning. A big injury to Brock Holt. We played 3 here in Boston. Yankees 1, Red Sox 1. Edwin Nunez, the former Yankee, will go in and play third base. So now we go to the top of the fourth. Yanks 1-2-1. Red Sox 1-2-0. Top of the fourth here in Fenway. So top of the fourth, 1-1 tie. Yankees will send up John. Leon puts down the sign. Sale looks in. Here's the windup to Cliff Johnson. And that's a strikeout for Cliff Johnson. His first. That is Sale's third. So here's Chambliss, 0-for-1 with a flyout. Leon puts down the sign. Sale looks in. Lanky left-hander. Here's the windup and pitch to Chambliss. Drop the first. Pierce is there, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. So now here's Lou Piniella, 0-for-1, flied out his first time up. Piniella steps in. He flied out his first time up back in the second inning. Game tied at 1 here in the fourth. Leon puts down the sign. Sale looks in. Here's the windup and pitch to Piniella. And Piniella hits a drive to deep left field. That's going to be trouble. Boink, off the wall. Benintendi plays the hop. Piniella will go in the second, standing with a 2-out double. So Piniella with a 2-out double off the monster. And now he's in scoring position for Mr. Greg Nettles. He walked his last time up. Runner on second, 2 out, 1-1 score. Leon on the side. Sale working from the stretch. Runner on second and 2 outs. Pitch to Nettles. And that's a strikeout looking on the inside corner, and Nettles will sit down. No runs, 1 hit, they strand 1. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Yankees 1, Red Sox 1. Bottom of the fourth coming here in Fenway. What a ball game so far between the Yanks and the Red Sox. Pierce, Leon, and Kinsler about for Boston here in the fourth. Game 3, Porcello and Figueroa, and that'll be the third game of this series. Munson puts down the line. Guidry looks in. Here's the pitch to Pierce. And Pierce hits a drive to deep left field. That could be trouble. Rivers back, looking up at center. Gone. It's over the center field wall. And that is gone. Steve Pierce hits a home run. He's in there to hit home runs versus left-handers. And Pierce has hit his second of the year. Red Sox in the fourth. So now here's Sandy Leon now. So Guidry gives up a Taylor Pierce. And that's a walk now. Guidry looks like he may have been baffled a little bit. Here's Ian Kinsler, 0-for-1, flied out his last time up. Munson puts down the sign. Guidry from the stretch. Leon Here's the pitch. And that catch acts again. Goes and gets the fielder's choice 2-6. Nice play by Dent. Taking the throw from Munson. So with 1 out, 2-1's your score. Now here's Jackie Bradley Jr. Reached on an errors last time up. Munson puts down the sign. Guidry working from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Jackie Bradley Jr. Fly ball center field. Rivers there. Comes in. Does he make the catch? Puts the glove up and does. 2 away. 2 outs here in the fourth. Here is Mookie Betts. Red Sox lead 2-1. 2 outs here in the fourth. Munson puts down the sign. Guidry working from the stretch. Here comes the pitch to Kinsler. And that will be a strike. Betts out on the inside corner. So 2 strikeouts on Betts. We go to the top of the fifth. It's 2-1 Red Sox. Thanks to a solo home run by Steve Pearce. Top of the fifth coming up here at Fenway. Dent the foul by Randolph and Rivers here in the fifth. Boston 1-3-1. Yankees 1-3-1. Boston 2-3-0. So here's Dent. Leon puts the sign down. Sale with the windup. Here's the pitch. And that will be, let's see, to get him. Was it a strikeout? And another strikeout. So we got the strikeout on Dent with 1 out here in the fifth. So here's Willie Randolph, 1 for 2 with an RBI back in the third. Leon puts down the sign. Sale, the big wind up and deals to Randolph. That is a fly ball left field. This should be 2 outs, but a 10 play here in the fifth. So now here is Willie. Now here is Mickey Rivers. A triple home run, 3 Rivers hitting .316. Leon puts down the sign. Sale, lefty to lefty matchup. Here's the pitch. And that's a strikeout inside corner. And what an inning for Chris Sale. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Boston 2 and the New York Yankees 1. Last of the fifth here. Stratomatic Super Series. We're playing the bottom fifth inning of game 2 of this series. Nunez, Martinez, Bogarts about for Boston here in the fifth. Guidry on the mound. Munson puts down the sign. Guidry gets it. Here's the pitch to Edwin Nunez. First step out of the ball game, and Edwin Nunez, deep drive, left field. Back goes Panola. He looks up, runs down the road, gone. Edwin Nunez in for Brock Holt as homered over the monster in left field. Red Sox lead it 3-1. So Edwin Nunez, the third baseman, the second one out with injuries, and Nunez comes through with a blast over the monster and left. So the Red Sox lead it 3-1 as he hit into the monster seats. 3-1 Red Sox here in the bottom of the fifth inning. So here's J.D. Martinez. Munson puts down the sign. Guidry makes the play. The Chambliss, and there's 1 away. 3-1 Boston, 1 out in the fifth. Here's Bogarts. He's 0 for 2. Flying out and struck out. Munson puts down the sign. Guidry looks in. And here's the pitch to Bogarts. And that's a fly ball left field. Piniella gets there, camps under it, and there's 2 out. Munson on the series. Game 2 of this big heated rivalry series. So we're in the sixth. The Yankees trying to fight back. Boys, he struggled with men on today. So he considers that right now. Here's Jackson from Sal. Lefty matchup. And the pitch. That's a fly ball center field. Back to puts down the sign. Sale looks in, nods. Here's a pitch to Cliff Johnson. And that's a strike in the sixth. Let's head to the bottom of the sixth. It's 3-1 Boston. So now here is Steve Pearce. He homered last time in the fourth. Red Sox lead 3-1. Munson puts down the sign. Guidry looks in. Here's the pitch to Pearce. And that's a strikeout for Guidry. So Guidry gets a big strikeout, his sixth. And here's Sandy Leon. Guidry looks in, gets the sign from Munson. Here's the big windup and the pitch. Struck him out. Number 7 for Guidry, and there's 2 outs. Here's a second baseman, Ian Kinsler. Munson puts down the sign. Guidry looks in. And here's a windup and pitch to Kinsler. And that's a base hit right field for Kinsler. So here's Jackie Bradley Jr. He's 0 for 2, reached on an error and flied out. Munson puts down the sign. Guidry working from the stretch. Here's the pitch to JBJ. And pop to short. Dents there, calls it off, makes the catch. And that's all for the Red Sox in the sixth. No runs a hit. They leave 1. We go to the seventh. Boston 3, Yankees 1. So far through 6, Boston 3-5-0, while the Yankees are at 1-3-1. Top of the 7th for baseball here at Fenway. Strat Super Series, the first one. Red Sox looking to split it, and then he'll go to the third and final game of this series, as it'll be Rick Porcello to take on Ed Figueroa. So here's Chambliss. He is 0 for 2 of the ball game. Sale's only given up 3 hits. He's only given up 6 hits over his first 2 starts. Leon puts down the sign. Sale looks in. Here's the pitch to Sale. And that's a ground ball to second. Kinsler throws them out, and there's 1 out in the 7th. So here's Lou Piniella, 1 for 2, doubled off the monster walls last time up. Leon puts down the sign. Sale looks in. Here's the big windup and pitch to Piniella as he hits another shot to left field. That's trouble. Doink. Benintendi will get it off the hop. Here comes Piniella in the second with a 1-out double. So the monster giving up hits. That is a double for Piniella. Runner on second, 1 out here in the 7th. Yankees now bring the tying run to the plate. And it's a tough customer in Greg Nettles. He's 0 for 1 with a walk so far. Leon puts down the sign. Sale working from the stretch. Runner on second and 1 out. Pitch to Nettles. And that's a strikeout for Sale, number 8. So with 2 out, here's a shortstop. But Leon puts down the sign now. Sale working from the stretch. Piniella takes the lead off second. Here's the pitch to Dent. And that's a strikeout for Sale. He's got 9. 7th inning stretch here in Fenway. It's 3-1 Red Sox. Red Sox holding on to the lead here. Again, they look to see if they can split the first 2 games of this series before the finale. It'll be Betts, Nunez, and J.D. Martinez in the 7th. 3-5-0 for Boston. 1-4-1 for the Yanks. Munson puts down a sign for him. Guidry looks in. Here's the pitch to Betts. And that's a strikeout for Guidry. And so far, Guidry and Sales having a strikeout marathon. Big strikeout for Guidry, his 8th, 1 out in the 7th. And here is Edwin Nunez. Big home run his last time up. That came back in the 5th inning. That gave the Red Sox a 3-1 lead. Munson puts down the sign. Guidry looks in. Here's the windup and the pitch. Ground ball to second. Randolph gets it. Throws him out at first, and there's 2 outs here in the 7th. So now here's J.D. Martinez. RBI double back in the 1st. 3-1 Sox, 2 outs in the 7th. Munson puts down the sign for him. Guidry looks in from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Here's the pitch to him. Ground ball back to Chambliss. He's a 2-4. Comes up with it, makes the play, and the 7 innings is over. We go to the 8th. 3-1 Red Sox. So far, the Yankees 1-4-1. The Red Sox 3-5-0. So now here is Randolph, Rivers, and Munson. The bat now for the 4th time. Sale going through. Sale's a 7. So now he'll have that issue now getting through and not being tired. Leon puts down the sign. Sale with a big windup and pitches to Randolph. And that's a big strikeout for Sale. He's got 10. 1 out in the 8th. Here's Rivers. Leon puts down the sign. Sale looks in. Here's the wind-up and pitch. And another one. Big strikeout for Sale again. He's got 11 through 7 2/3. So now here is Thurm. Thurm comes in. He has hit earlier in the game. He's hitting 250, an RBI. Munson trying to get something started here. They have 4 outs to go. So Leon puts down a sign. Sale looks in. Here is the pitch to Munson, and that's a line drive. Oh. And Munson will limp off the field, and he will be done for the 3rd game in this series. So he'll be, luckily, he does not get hurt completely. So now the Yankees will need a defensive replacement. The problem is you have your catcher, Cliff Johnson, as your DH. So now they will go to Fran Healy. So Healy will. I'm just driving my truck back to so let's bring Healy back in this game. So Munson taken off, but it looks like he'll come back. He might miss game 3 of this series along with Brock Holt. So now we go to the last of the 8th. Boston 3-5-0. Yankees 1-4-1. Bogarts followed by Benintendi and Pierce to hit against Guidry. Here is the pitch to Bogarts. And that's a word. So Bogarts is on with a very important run. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Boston lead by a run, 3-1. So taking 1 second. Here's Andrew Benintendi, 0 for 3. Healy puts down the sign. Guidry from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Bogarts, and that's a ground ball to 3rd. Nell scoops it. Does he go the easy way? Yes, he turns a double play. 5-4. 3. Great double play there by Randolph. There's 2 outs here in the 8th. So now here's Steve Pierce. Let's see what I want to do. All right, folks, sorry about that little delay. Let's continue here. So Pierce will now hit against Guidry. So sorry about that. Just tiny little delay here. We're still live here, and Kinsler to bound for Boston, the 8th. 3-5-0 for the Sox, 1-4-1 for the Yankees. Healy behind the plate puts the sign down. Guidry looks in. Here's the pitch to Pierce. And that's a ground ball back to Guidry. Fields it well, throws the Chambliss, and there's 1 out in the 9th. 1 out in the 8th. Okay, that was it. Sorry about that. Red Sox down. Let's go to the 9th, folks. Boston leads 3-1. Chris Sale is automatically tired. So if he gets hit with a pitcher's dot in this inning, he will automatically come out the game. Do my rules, like the inside pitch rule, or if you give up a pitcher's fatigue dot, you will automatically get pulled out of the ball game. So Sale, he wants to stay in. He has a 2-run lead. He'll pitch to Jackson, Johnson, Chambliss. If Jackson gets on, he might see a right-hander for Johnson. Then he might see Roy White, but that's a better odds, I think. Sale will stay out there. He can be aggressive to Jackson. Leon puts down the sign. Sale with 11 strikeouts so far. Here's the pitch to Reggie. And that's a strikeout. He gets 12. Holy cow. Chris Sale with 12 Ks. So now Cliff Johnson. Let's see if the Yankees have something in there. They want someone who can swing and maybe get a base hit in this situation. And to me, that would be, they may go to Roy White here. They may still go to White here, a better hitter. He's an even. And he'll bat for him. Getting a home run by Cliff Johnson here does not do him any good. White been up 11 times, no hits, 2 strikeouts. 1 out again. The Yankees getting baffled here by the ace starters. Denny McClain did it to the Yanks in their first matchup. Chris Sale doing the same thing here. 12 strikeouts through 8 in the third. Leon puts down the sign. Sale looks in. Here's the pitch to Roy White. And that's a strikeout again. 13 for Sale. And oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, he got the pitchers. He got the fatigue dot. And that will do it for Sale. So Sale's going to come out the ball game. That's an automatic ejection for Sale, and you'll need a new pitcher. So we're going to see Kimbrel. And here we go. So Kimbrel will come in trying to save the day for the Sox. Chris Chambliss will come in for the Yanks. Power on Kimbrel's card, but you bring your closer in for stuff like this. 3-1 Red Sox, 1 out in the ninth. Chambliss 0 for 3. Leon puts down the sign. Kimbrel from the stretch. Runner on first, 1 out. Pitch to Chambliss. And that's a strikeout for Chambliss. The Yankees just whiffing away, and there's 2 outs in the ninth. So now here is Sweet Lou Piniella. Last opportunity for the Yankees here. White on at first. Tying runner on. Leon puts down the sign. Kimbrel from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Piniella. And walked him. So the Yankees now with 2 on and 2 out. They have the tying runners on for Greg Nettles. Boy, an opportunity for Nettles to take him deep. He's got tremendous power, and Kimbrel gives up power. It could be a big opportunity for Nettles to get the lead for the Yankees here. First and second, 2 outs. Kimbrel in the ball game. Leon puts down the sign. Kimbrel looks in from the stretch. The pitch to Nettles. Oh, walked them, and the Yankees got the bases loaded now. So back-to-back walks by Piniella and Nettles. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Pinella's the tying run. Nettles the go-ahead run. And here comes the Red Sox killer, Bucky Dent. 0 for 3 in the ballgame, a ground out and 2 strikeouts. 15 at-bats. He has 3 hits and a run batted in. Leon puts down the sign. Kimbrel working from the stretch. Bases loaded. 2 out, 3-1. Sox pitch to Dent and ground ball to short. Tough play for Bogarts. Does he make the play? No, he does not. It's 3-2. He knocked it down. A run scores. Piniella stops at third, and the Yankees are almost back in this game. 3-2 Boston. So Piniella is now the tying run. Nettles, the go-ahead run, is at second, and Dent is on at first. Willie Randolph, the batter, as Kimbrel is kind of imploding in front of our eyes. We'll see if the Yanks can get something going here. So let's look at Paul Blair, 15 runner. Doyle at 13. Spencer at 11. Does Blair go and run for Nettles? And then Stanley will go play third. So Paul Blair goes in the game and runs for him. So if they need someone to score from second, Paul Blair is going to have to be the one. 3-2 Red Sox, 2 outs in the ninth for Randolph. 1 for 4 at the RBI. Randolph's has not walked yet, but he walks a ton during the season. Kimbrel working from the stretch. Can Kimbrel get the Red Sox out of this one? Leon puts the sign down. Kimbrel working from the stretch. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 3-2 Red Sox. Pitch to Randolph. Ground popped up. Kinsler waits, makes the catch, and the Red Sox win game 2. Wow, what a finish here in Fenway as Chris Sale comes out and gives a high five to Greg Kimbrell. Sale gets his second win of the year, goes 8 1/3, gets 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, and 12 meaty strikeouts as Sale's ERA drops to 1.10. Red Sox record improves to 3-2. Ron Guidry and the Yankees dropped to 2-3 while Guidry loses his second start, but his ERA is only 2.40 as this start he gave up 8 innings of work and 3 earned runs with 8 Ks and 3 walks. Home runs in the ball game by Nunez and Pierce. RBIs by Randolph, Nunez, Martinez, and Pierce. Big hitters for the ball game for the Yanks. Lou Piniella 2 for 3 in the ball game, while the Red Sox at least 4 or 5 players had 1 hit, but the Red Sox again hit 2 big home runs. Again, injuries in the ball game. Brock Holt will be lost for at least next 2 series, and Thurman Munson will be forced to rest on a day by day injury game, and he will not catch the 3rd game in the series, since that will probably be Fran Healy or Cliff Johnson against Rick Porcello. So we'll see what happens here, folks. Thank you for coming in as this series is tied at 1, and we'll have a deciding 3rd game from Fenway as it will be Rick Porcello to take on Ed Figueroa. Thank you, folks, for coming in. What an exciting finish to a baseball game. The Red Sox win this one by a score of 3-2. Kimbrell as the Red Sox will go to 3-2. Thank you, folks. Please watch the game. If you haven't, please like, please subscribe.
They can take the oxys too. Or the drugs on you, they can take that.